I am recapping the Fall of X storyline, continuing with Immortal X-Men number 15. We got some catching up to do. This issue begins with Selene visiting the Orchis site that is on Krakoa. And that's basically because Sebastian Shaw is like, oh my god, none of our missions to Krakoa are working. Selene, go find out what's happening. Now, Selene is a telepath, so she can just stroll through their minds if she wanted to. She don't want to. I'd rather eat them because Miss Ma'am is also a psychic vampire, and when she does this, she gets all their memories, their thoughts, everything. It's actually very efficient. Ultimately, they figure out that it's Charles Xavier that's psychically scaring the Orchis men and keeping them away from Krakoa, but Sebastian is just like, whatever, we can handle Charles. But what's also revealed in the beginning here is that Orchis really did intend for the mutants to go through the portals and end up on Arakko/Mars. So they also don't know where the missing mutants are. Meanwhile, in this desert place that is both nowhere and no when, this party of like 250,000 mutants are just trying to stay alive. They're trying to survive. They're using their powers in whatever way that they can for survival, like gathering water vapor from miles around so that people have something to drink. They have no food besides what a few mutants can generate, no shelter, and they don't know where anyone else is, including the rest of the 5. They're also trekking blindly towards this promised land that Exodus apparently had a vision of. Lo and behold, whilst out on patrol, a young mutant spots Mother Righteous being attacked by a crazed Logan. Now this is where your girl gets kind of lost, I'm not gonna lie to you. All these Logans start attacking the survivors. Why here? Why now? Why Wolverine? They'll just throw a Wolverine in anywhere they want to, won't they? You get a Wolverine, you get a Wolverine, we all get Wolverines. But I mean, like, Exodus handled it. He pops those Wolverines like grapes. Look at this cheek filler. Now, why would they do that to Hope's face? Why is Mother Righteous there? Even Destiny is like, I can't see anything from where we are now, but I remember what I've seen, and this bitch got a secret. Mother Righteous reveals that she is a witch and a mutant. And she said, I seen the way y'all X-Men treated the Scarlet Witch, and I decided that you just didn't need to know that about me. I'm way more red than she is. Not her calling the X-Men colorists. But seeing Mother Righteous is ultimately good news, because if she's here, it means that the other missing mutants, including the 5 that can resurrect the dead mutants, maybe they're somewhere in this space. Maybe they're okay. Do you know who's not okay? Charles Xavier is not okay. Charles Xavier is on some psycho shit. Remember when Charles was using telepathy to scare Orchis men away from Krakoa? And you remember earlier this issue when Sebastian Shaw was just like, it's Charles, we can handle Charles. Shaw's solution was to fit his men with anti-psionics, or technology that can block Charles' telepathy. That would maybe work on a man that still gave a fuck. Does this look like a man that gives a fuck to you? That's an exposed rib cage. His head ain't on his body. The man in the very back with his limbs pulled up, he might be alive still, and that's worse. And Charles is back on the beach. No more. But this look with the fully grown out beard? Charlathan. Back in nowhere, no when, Mother Righteous leads the group to where she's been staying, which is the Atlantic Krakoa. Everyone's all happy. They're like, yes, this is the promised land. But Exodus is like, I just don't feel like we should be that excited, because that Logan situation felt like a test, and it feels like we're gonna get tested again. Hope is like, I've been stabbed by Logan before. It wasn't that bad. But then Exodus is like, okay, but those Logans were the dogs. Somebody's holding that leash, and that somebody is a bigger threat. And then we're teased with this final page of Apocalypse with a wild Logan and a phoenix on a leash. I don't even know.